Yo, what's up, YouTube? This is your boy Jay from Keeping It Real, your arbiter of gaming news and commentary, hitting you off with a studio production video where you know this is your channel, where all gamers' voices are heard. With your boy Jay, always dropping the word. Keeping them other gaming YouTubers like, what you heard? And where you always know, we always keep it all the way real. So what's up, everybody? I just want to thank you all for checking out my studio production video today. And man, this is going to be an interesting video on our good old fellas at Digital Foundry. It looks like Digital Foundry is pretty much blown away by the X. They attended the Gamescom, and you know, I'm gonna go ahead, of course, and link their video in the description for you to check out yourself. This is really interesting. They basically are saying straight up that yeah, the X is the real deal, and they're quite impressed by it. And you know, I just want to go ahead and dig into this and you know, talk about it, man, because it looks like they previewed 10 games. Now the video that's going to be up, like I said, I'm going to go ahead and link it in the description for you guys to go ahead and check out the video yourself. But basically they previewed 10 Xbox X games at the show, and you know, they need to do more analyzations of it, you know, to really get every little spec that they possibly can. But from what they were able to analyze, they're already early on very impressed. Now mind you, this is still games that are still being optimized for the X. They're not even done yet. I mean, the X has not even released. And that's something they also consider as well. So that tells you just how big of a deal that they're already impressed, and that these are games that are running already in native 4K in most cases, with the only exception of one game, and that, you know, the frame rates were steady on these games. I mean, and I'm just really excited because, you know, this is what I've been saying from the beginning. You know, hearing those guys from Digital Foundry talk about the Xbox X games, it kind of like is one of those things where this is just, there's just going to be more to come. I mean, from what these guys were saying, they were just going on to say that, man, they were just incredibly impressed. A lot of their comparisons that they were making were, you know, like games like Titanfall 2 and games like Gears of War. They were like, we couldn't even really see the difference between basically the PX and the PC version. I mean, when it comes to fidelity, it looks exactly like the PC version. And you got to remember, these games are not even done yet. They're still optimizing these games, you know what I mean? And that's a very telling sign. And it's pretty interesting to see it, because it's, for me personally, it's everything coming together. And basically they were saying that they were kind of like, at first they were looking at it from just the, you know, the first day, and it was kind of like disappointing. But then the second day they actually went there, and they opened up a whole nother area where there was games on display. And they also confirmed that these games were all being played on the Xbox X. There's no smoke and mirrors. It was not on a high-end PC or something. These are games that are all on the actual Xbox X. They checked it and they confirmed that, as well as the fact that these games are games that are still early on, in that they're still optimizing a lot of these games. So the cool thing is that it's already looking as great as it's looking, and already running as great as it's running, and you know, they still have time to optimize for these games. And also they're pointing out that, you know, these games were not only far more better than the Pro, but there's also a lot more of them. enhanced and ready to go than what the Pro had. I mean, all the obvious things that, you know, guys like me and others have been pointing out from day one, that was going to pretty much happen. So it just looks like, if you really look at what they're saying in Digital Foundry, and if you watch that video, all the indications look like the X is off to a huge, tremendous, amazing start. And the thing, and this is like what I've been trying to tell people, is it's not even just the initial sales. It's what's going to kill them is, you know, what's going to kill Sony is not even just initial sales. It's what's going to come thereafter. You know what I mean? It's the media coverage. It's the digital foundries. It's, you know, it's the word of mouth. You know what I mean? It's just that type of stuff that just really changes the atmosphere. You know what I mean? It changes the mind process of what Xbox is about. And that's why I keep trying to tell people, this is going to be the new standard of what Xbox is. They're completely rebranding themselves with the X. The X is going to be the new standard. And this is the reason why it's going to do so well. When those people are talking about, oh, $500, who's going to pay for that? Or they're talking about, well, if you already have an Xbox, I mean, you know, you got to have a 4K, you know, a lot of people don't have a 4K TV. You know, all that stuff is not going to matter when you could still see the graphical fidelity difference even if you don't have a 4K TV. You know what I mean? Like, all that stuff is not going to matter when every game not only runs, you know, has a resolution bump, but, you know, is actually, the graphical fidelity is better and the frame rate is better, and it load 10 times faster, and you know what I mean, like, and it just keeps coming, like, you know, and all your games are completely backwards compatible. You have a huge library of games you can dig into from the 360 and even the original Xbox. Like, if you just keep it, and Game Pass, if you just keep combining everything together, it tells you it's this one big giant platform that is just gonna be, you know, dominating, man. It's just like, if you add everything up, it's, you know, like, people act like it's just one thing. No, it's everything. And once the word gets out, you know, it's pretty much a done deal, man. You know, the thing about respect is that, you know, you could, you know, it's one of those things that can be lost in an instance. And Xbox, and this is what I've been saying before, is like, when going all the way back to the Scorpio effect, is that all it's going to take is for that moment has been setting up for this to hit, like, and it's all the pieces are already setting up to be in place. You know, you're already seeing developers early on was like, this thing is incredible. You're seeing you know, Microsoft setting up their gearing up and setting up their services, you know, like Mixer and Game Pass. You see in Microsoft, you know, innovating with things like doing new things with Gamerscore. That's going to be coming out, or with Gamerscore, and also your avatars. You see in Xbox, you know, with the X itself, and you're seeing, you know, Digital Foundry, and you're seeing little changes when it comes to the media. Everything is like a perfect storm. All the pieces are setting up for a crushing blow, you know, to just come down the pike, man. And this is what I've been talking about, like, seeing Digital Foundry say this and looking at the looks on their faces, like, you can tell they're just like, man, they're really impressed. And you can tell they're thinking that, wow, finally the console is gonna have a system that is actually can rival the PC, or at least be up on par with PC. So, you know, this opens up a whole nother market of gamers, where they can now once and for all have the simplicity of a console, you know, but have the complexity of a PC when it comes to quality. You know, you could tell that was going through their heads, man, and it's damn sure the thing that's going through my head. This is the thing I've been saying all this time, when people are just acting like, oh, who's going to want that? Or when you got early on, you got IGN doing a article talking about who is this for? All that BS and all the hate that's going out right now, talking about it doesn't have, all of a sudden now it's all about games and it doesn't have no games. Okay, sure. Even when it's going to have all, they want to distract away from the point that it's going to have all the best games. Like you could talk all you want about exclusives, but we already have a ton of exclusives already. So especially for those who never had an Xbox before, you got to understand who are going to be some of the biggest people that are going to be pivotal factors to Xbox. It's going to be people who've never been on an Xbox before, and that's what we're going to be. That's how you grow, a platform. So the biggest things are people who, and do you think for those people we don't have any exclusives? Of course not. A lot of those people, they haven't played Forza, they haven't played Halo, they haven't played Gears. You know what I mean? They haven't played some of these games. And also they haven't played a lot of 360 games. So for them, this is going to be huge, and those are the people who actually grow your platform, so if you really think about it, it's like, those are going to be some of the major factors. And for everyone else, for people like me and people who have Xbox, what we're looking forward to is the games that we already got previously right now being the best versions of those games, so we can go back and play those games. Guys like me have been just sitting around waiting for the X to drop just so I can dig back into those games. And also for all the most hottest games that are going to be coming out next year, like Red Dead Redemption 2, and Anthem and Metro. I mean, these are games that, they're gonna look amazing on the X. We could finally be like, we got a PC quality on the simplicity of a console, and that's what I'm more excited about more than anything else. And that is what I feel like is worth more, well, damn near worth $500, no problem. I mean, hands down. So if people were thinking this was something that was just gonna, Xbox is gonna fade away into the night, they're gonna see this how dead wrong they really are. And this is looking like shaping up to be yet another key pivotal marker that the beast is unleashed and it's on its way. So yeah, man, I just want to go ahead and do a video on that. I want you guys to go ahead and check out that Digital Foundry for yourself, see what you guys think. Go ahead and hit me up in the comment box, man. All right, man. This is me, Jay. I'm always keeping it real. Make sure you like, share, subscribe if you dig your boy content. Until the next time. This is Jay. I'm always keeping it real, and I'm gone.